this wish.
Can this save Disney's relationship with the audience? No. Is that because it's a bad movie? No. 100 years of Disney. Where are we now? This really isn't that bad, but it's not great. Disney have burned more bridges than built. When the audience screamed, "We don't like something," Disney buckled down and said, "You are the problem." Rather than listen to what people are saying, Wish is a breath of fresh air and actually a enjoyable movie. It does go back to the classic Disney formula, but I am not sure it will translate well into this new world we live in. By the end of the video, I will address all your concerns around how woke it is it connected to the Pandaverse, and everything else. Let's break this movie down. The story is quite simple but suffers the same problems as Frozen 2. It is a simple premise that's been overly complicated, which ends up resulting to feeling like there's so many missing pieces. King Magnifico is a king who has built a thriving community and what appears to be a kingdom of peace and prosperity. King Magnifico grants wishes to the citizens of his kingdom, but you forget what your wish was the moment you offer it to the king. Yeah, it's a little weird, but stick with me. Magnifico then decides whether he believes your dream is one worthy of granting or a threat to the peace of the land. If he believes your wish has any potential of causing issues, then it is kept and the wish maker loses a piece of themselves. There is a backstory which is glossed over, and I feel like it could have added a lot more understanding of this character, which was a missed opportunity. They rushed through his backstory without actually diving in and adding weight to his deep and troubled outlook on life, and also why he takes this approach to wishes. Only one quote comes to mind when thinking of this movie: "The road to hell is paved with good intentions." The characters kept true to the classic Disney formula for the most part. An evil king, a dreamy-eyed female lead, a talking sidekick animal, and a silent, marketable plush toy. Asha is the lead, played by Ariana DeBose. Asha is sweet, innocent, and has a strong moral compass. I have issues with race swapping or gender swapping characters just for the sake of it, but when it is written specifically for the character, then I am more than happy to see some color added to the canvas. Ariana has a great voice with a good vocal range. She fits right into the current Disney princess roster, but she is not a princess. Not sure how I felt about that. King Magnifico is our villain, and the actor leading his voice is Chris Pine. I didn't know how I felt about him as the villain, but it worked. The issue with his character was more the writing than the execution. On execution, he played the character good, but my issue remains with the missing detail in his history, and maybe that is more of an adult problem than a kid one. I don't see a kid sitting here contemplating too much into why is he a bad guy. I think they are just happy to point and say, "That's the bad guy." Alan Tudyk is Valentino, a goat I think, and is meant to be the comic relief, but the comedy is tailored for the younger audiences. Nothing really too special to say besides that he's a good addition for the younger audiences. The songs are good, they all have a different tone while keeping true to the story. The songs help push the story forward while adding some more feely stuff to the moment. The main song, This Wish, is still my favorite song out of the movie, and it is a genuine Hum to the Drive song. Hum to the Drive song is a song you cannot play in the car being a grown man, but still hum to it to yourself because it's stuck in your head. But that's it. The rest of the songs, they are there for the moment, and then after that you kind of forget them until you hear them again. The animation style is a little different, and I know some may not like it, but I personally had no issues with it. It was different, but worked. The world is beautiful, and the diverse nature of the kingdom is explained rather than just proposing every country in the world is diverse by default. This movie does avoid a lot of the recent Disney issues. The lead female isn't a solo act, movie isn't another flavor for the alphabet soup, and it doesn't hate all men, so that's a good start. The movie is just a good old-fashioned family-friendly movie. Not that deep. It's not the most engaging story, but it does the job. If you are just looking for a good movie to watch, then Wish is good, but it's not special, it's not great, which kind of feels a little out of place considering some of the historical Disney movies have been amazing, and you can still watch them to this day, carry over those messages. Wish has that potential, but never fully meets it. It's unfortunate because it could have been something great, and it just quite wasn't there. This movie is definitely tailored for the family audiences, which is a good and a bad thing. General adults may struggle overlooking some of the flaws in the story, or the comedy, which is suitable more for a younger audience. If you can just look at it like a Disney movie from the 90s, then it fits right into the formula, but if you're expecting a flawless story, universal humor, and a movie for all ages, then this may leave you wanting. I took kids with me to ensure I was able to see it from their perspective, and they really enjoyed the movie, so if you are going to check this out, take kids or come in with an open mind. This movie won't do well, but not because of the movie itself, but because of distance between Disney and the audiences, all the issues that previous movies have had, and also the fact that this movie isn't amazing. When you're coming back from so far where people have such low expectations for Disney now, this movie had to be something special to bring the audiences back, and it won't do that. It's not that amazing, but it's a decent watch. Until next time.